My name is Sunday Ademola Adebowale, and I'm with Orishua Daniel Etuwewe on Who and What Next. Hi folks, how you all doing? My name is Orishua Daniel Etuwewe. On today's episode, we'll be talking about immigrants and their choice of career prior to me coming over to the United States. Yes. I was saying to myself, well, you know, when I come in, I'll just hit for the jackpot. The jackpot to me then was just head straight to work. You know, I wasn't thinking of any other thing, but my thought was like, I'm done with college back home from where I'm coming from, Nigeria. And I was like, coming over to the United States is just to work. But I got it all wrong. Okay? So please, sir, can you tell us who you are first before we start the show? My name is Sunday Ademola Adebowale. Some of my childhood friends, they call me Sunday, from back home. People here call me Demola. I'm married, with children. I'm an accountant, a business person. I do taxes. I do background checks, for the FBI and the Department of Justice. And I also do management consulting, business process, re-engineering, data analytics, okay, and things of that nature. So that is who I am in a nutshell.
So where are you from, sir?
Originally, I'm from Lagos,
from
Nigeria.
Lagos.
Yes.
So how long has it been, you immigrating to the United States?
I moved to the United States in September of 2007.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. In a nutshell, can you define what you understand as success?
Well, you see, the word success has been grossly misinterpreted, and it is subjective, actually. Success, to me, could be having $1 billion in my account. So success, to you, could be just, achieving a set goal. Success, could be just, okay, I need to go to school, and when I finish, my school, that could be success to me. And success could be, getting the desired, sales goal set by my manager at work. Success could be just, finishing up on a task.
Yeah.
Success could be very subjective. So it is different from one person to another. So you cannot, definitely just stand on one side and say this is success. So it means different things, to different people. Okay, for instance, success, to me, is achieving all the goals that I set for myself, even before setting a foot, on, this soil in the U.S. I already set, the goals I want to achieve, and I've achieved them all, So that is success, to me. So to somebody else, it could mean something different.
Okay. So please, what should define an individual's career regardless of its geographical location?
Well, that can be a very tough question. What defines, people's career could be a passion. For instance, I love, the accounting world. Okay, so even when I got here, someone told me to do CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant. And I said, no, I know what I'm here to do. And whatever I have planned, these set goals that I had for myself are the things I was going to do. So what should influence, the choice of career could be many things. It could depend on, your passion. It should depend on your passion, basically. But sometimes, you can be frustrated, if you are passionate about something, you've done it for so many years, you did not achieve what you set out to achieve. So that could be very frustrating. Luck, could be an element, that aids your choice of career. For instance, I did not plan out to be an accountant. Okay, I wanted to be a medical doctor, but I was unfortunately in classes of
sadists who are teachers, who are my teachers back then, who did not encourage me in those, science, classes. Even though I finished all those classes, by the time I finished, I wasn't interested anymore because of the way they took it. But, my best friend came calling and said, okay, let me teach you this. They taught me one or two things in accounting, and they said, what do you think about it? And I said, I kind of like it. And that was how I got into accounting. So sometimes you come with a set goal, you come into the US with a set goal. You have the passion, you've mapped out how you want to go about things. But unfortunately, sometimes, life happens and you suddenly discover that things are not as easy as you plan them out to be. So when I said luck, a friend could come calling and say, how about you taking this course or class with me? And you end up taking the class, you like it, you finish the class or course or certification, and then you get a job and you get stuck in it. Okay, and that could be your career for the rest of your life. Whether you are happy or unhappy, that is another topic on its own. So many things can influence, your career choice. Your family can. For instance, if you need to study, to get to where you need to be, and your family is not supportive of it, it's going to be difficult to achieve anything. Basically, in the direction you want to go. So that would be difficult. But anything can happen. But what I tell people is this: before you leave your native country where you were born, raised, make sure you have a solid plan. No matter what happens, make sure you have a solid plan. That will at least tell you what you need to do early on when you arrive in the United States. And that will keep you, focused, and also allow you to be on a tangent, that could define whatever you call success. So that will be my advice, for people who are thinking of a career choice, So anything can define your career choice, basically. It just depends on your location, your passion, the support you get, and also sometimes it could be a financial status, can derail, or can help you get into, the career choice that you want to get into. So many factors actually. So those are just a few that I can mention.
What are the likely challenges of career-minded individuals in a foreign country?
Well, the challenges could be numerous and it could be small, in terms of highlighting those challenges. So it depends on individuals, it depends on the location, it depends on so many things as well. Number one, it could be your location. For instance, it could be a location where you have industries, companies, organizations. So you have different, career choices to look at. And sometimes you can be in a place where you are just in an island. You are all alone. You don't know what to do. So that could, be a problem. For instance, if you live in San Francisco, for instance, you have so many things, you can look at. But if you live, in another place, you may not have anything to look at other than the farmlands. And if you're not a farmer, that could be a big challenge, to you. So number one is location. Location is extremely important. I'm talking location in terms of where you have a conglomerate of companies, organizations, or industries. So that is extremely important that you live close to, near, or in the place where there is a lot of choices, that you can easily, pick from. The second thing is the standard of education. So for instance, I've noticed that people who have better quality of education tend to have better opportunities when it comes to career choices. Also, your old school association, which also is linked, with having better quality education. Your alumni association, they really help, when you reach out to them and say, okay, I've just finished, I'm thinking about doing this. So that can really help. Also internships, sometimes you get into internships you did not plan how to get into when you were in school. And that, can inform where you go after you finish the internship. If they retain you, you could be in luck, you can be there till you retire. And if they don't, you have the opportunity, to look at other choices. So for me, location is extremely important. Number two, the quality of education is extremely important as well. Number three is your network of people you relate with. So here they call it networking, So you have to reach out, to people within your network and say, okay, I'm available for this. This is my qualification. These are the things I've done in the past in terms of experience or experiences that I've had. And I'm open to this, or I'm neutral. What do you have out there? Or what can you advise me to do? And I benefited from that, When I got here, my wife's, best friend visited us.
Okay.
And I was looking for a job at the time. And I was so lucky that I wanted to visit her. I said, okay, let's go visit your friend. So we visited her, and our uncle, just fell in love with me and introduced me to an accounting organization, which I joined. And from there, I began, to interview, and I got a job, based on my interviews, But if I did not meet this man, I don't know where I would be today. But meeting him through my wife's, best friend actually influenced my life greatly in the direction I wanted to go. So networking is extremely, extremely important, The community you live in as well, doing community service, reaching out to help people where you are is very, very vital. And as you do that, people begin, to like you. They begin to get to know who you are. And based on that, they begin to ask questions. Why are you doing this? What do you love to do? And if you are very lucky, there could be someone within that community that is already doing what you want to do, or as connection, to someone who already does what you want to do. So that could be another point, for me. I think those are very few valid points that I will look at when I'm making, such choices.
As an immigrant, do you think I should choose a higher paying job over my career?
Well, that could be very, very tough question to answer. So another thing is it depends on the individual. Okay, so you want to choose money over what you're passionate about, if I understand your question correctly. For some, it may be the answer to that could be easy, could be yes. And for some, the answer to that could be extremely difficult. But for me, one of the things I've done very well is to listen, to people who have gone ahead of me. And one thing in common with extremely or very successful people is that they tell me, do what you love. Because one of the things I help people find is what they are passionate about. And one of the questions I ask them is this: if you have $1 billion in your account, after you've helped everyone that you know, or let's just say $100 billion, like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, or Elon Musk, and you've helped everybody and you still have that money, what is it that you will want to wake up to and do every single day without getting paid for it? What is it? What is that thing that you're passionate about? Is it singing? Is it playing the piano? Is it just going to the hospital to encourage people? Is it praying for people, to get healed? What is it? If you take money out of it, what is it that you will love to wake up to every single day, and you love to do it passionately without getting paid for it? What is that? So I think that is extremely important, to find. So, like I said earlier, it is different for different people. For some people, they choose money because they want to live a certain kind of life. And for some people, they choose to do what they love. I love accounting, I do, honestly, So I choose what I love over, how much I can make. Because I want to have a balance, of happiness, joy, and doing what I love on a single, on every, day basis without, having any regrets, when I turn 65 or 70.
Okay. Hey folks, I'm sure you all enjoying the discussion or the interview section I'm having right now with Mr. Ademola. I'm really, really blessed, to be getting all this information from him right now. He's really rich in that. What we do on this show sometimes, and which we're going to do right now, we're going to find out if Mr. Ademola can say certain words, from where he's from in Nigeria. So what part of Nigeria are you from, sir?
I'm from Lagos.
From Lagos.
Yes.
And so you speak Yoruba?
Yes.
I speak a little bit of Yoruba, yes, because I grew up in Lagos.
Yes.
So we would want you to please say something to Lagosians in Nigeria. Let them know that this is their son here and he's representing them here. So please, can you say something to Lagosians?
Eyarami, ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ kú dédé wòyí. Ẹ ṣeun mo dúpẹ́ fún bí ẹ ṣe tọ́ wa sọ́nà, bí ẹ ṣe ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ láti ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti máa tẹ̀síwájú sí. Níwọ̀n ìgbà tá a ti wà níbí yìí, à ń rántí àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ́ ẹ ti kọ́ wa nígbà tí à ń dàgbà, láti kékeré wa. A sì rí pé àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ yìí, àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó wúlò ní gbogbo ayé ni. Ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, àbúrò mi, ọ̀rẹ́, ojúlùmọ̀, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún ipá tí ẹ kó nínú ayé mi. Ẹ ṣeun gan, mo dúpẹ́. Okay, so just to translate what I just said. So I am saying a very big thank you to friends, family, relatives, and everyone within the community who took part in raising me. I realized that the nugget, success nugget, that you gave me while growing up has helped me, to be where I'm at today. And these success nuggets are actually very helpful all over the world, wherever we find ourselves. So I want to say a very big thank you to you for all that you've done for us. God bless you real good.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing our videos abroad. And thanks for the thumbs up. Till we see you next time. Ciao.